and welcome. This is Dirnan, playing Minecraft on the Hitbocraft server. Continuing from last episode's server tour, we have made it to my city. We enter through this tunnel that leads to a bridge and sort of a gate guard tower-esque thing as the bridge leads across an empty riverbed, leads into the plaza. When I started building this city, I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do, but I wanted to just kind of start and have everything kind of grow out organically. So I started with this big, tall guard tower thinking, oh, this will be a nice dominant presence. And then I kind of just built this contraption of warehouse slash houses, and it got pretty tall. I built these houses, and they seem to be a good height. Then I wanted to have a large statue in the center as sort of a focal point there of the plaza. And then I got a little smaller. I built a well and a tree, and then built a really large warehouse because I thought I needed to store my items and not have chests all over the place. And then we got to a tower that, as we go up, it pretty much dominates everything. It's huge. It just kept going up and up as I was building it, but it all felt like it needed to be taller. So there it is. It's tall. It's huge. It can be seen from all over the place. As we're taking a tour, we'll kind of see the green prismarine top to it. So I put down some roads and put down some buildings on the roads. Tried to pick out buildings that were kind of amalgamations, having multiple houses in them, and yet at the same time building just standalone buildings. This is a standalone building, but then you can go through the backside to get to a tower that leads also over here to this build. So organically just kind of connecting things as I see fit as they kind of are built up together. Then going back to the tower, we get to this hotel that I built. It's very much unfinished on the inside. First floor doesn't really have much of anything in it. Second floor started to get stuff into it and kind of ran out of steam. So there's rooms here, but there's no anything inside them except for torches to keep bad guys out. And we can continue on up this build to the next floor, which is kind of just a big open area right now. And then we can even go up again to another sort of set of rooms that have a connecting balcony here. And it has sort of the mirrored tower prismarine top to it to tie it into that. Next to this granite roofed building is a brick roofed building, and it has a nice wool, maybe sheep farm type thing going on. So there's lots of stuff on the inside that I've done to have wool hung up, and then we're splaying this wool out to carpets. And I think there's another spot upstairs that it does the same as we get dizzy going up the stairs. Yeah, here's another little bit. We're pulling that out. There's even a bed. So some of these buildings do have interior work done, but not all of them. Let's head back downstairs and out the door. Over this wall, we get to, I still need to take down the vine farm and move that somewhere else because I needed a lot of mossy stuff. Then I decided to try out jungle wood as a roof. on this house, and I like it. Following this road that's along the river, it leads us to the cobble gen, which is one of the first things I built when I built the city. I wanted it kind of out of the way, and it's across the river. And it gives me cobblestone, which is great because there's stone brick everywhere. Cobblestone can be turned into stone at the super smelter here. So that's what this building is here. You can put stuff in, and it is really fast. Fast because all that bamboo feeds all the furnaces under there. Turned off right now, and so is the bamboo harvesting, but there it is. Speaking of chests that need to be taken care of, I still need to move these guys to the storage room, but we'll get there eventually. Along the hotel at the end is the Hitbo TC Park. It's decided to grow a bunch of different trees. There's some dark oak, spruce, both the big variety and the small ones, and then some oak trees. It's kind of dispersed around in there. Just kind of as the streets were flowing together, I decided to make a park there. And on the other side of these houses, which still don't have doors or insides at all, there's another little park. So I'm going to sleep, and then I will show you kind of future plans for the city. Back in the plaza, and as I've been building it, I've tried to stick to building out from this initial gatehouse. So it's not just a mishmash of buildings that are dispersed throughout the whole city, but instead they're kind of next to each other. So this one's across the street from this one. It's not like there's a building way out in the distance. So I've marked out some locations that, like where these wood planks are, there probably should be a building here. But then I decided to move this direction instead and build all of this stuff. So I did mark out on the other side of these builds is another house that I'd like to build in this area. So that'll be coming. And then eventually, when I first laid out the whole city, I had this plan set out, is to build a large mansion slash Xavier Institute type place right here. So classrooms and storage rooms, and this is all just the first floor, and then there'll probably be a dungeon underneath, and yeah, we'll see what happens when I eventually get out here, because I didn't want to build the guard tower and then jump right over here to this big build and spend all my time here, especially since I had built the castle keep and was kind of burnt out on big builds. I mean, I say that, of course, and there's all these big builds in this city, but I could do them piecemeal. Like this one here, just building out a building at a time, or laying out the floor plan and then building up. So, that is my city. Still don't have a name for the city. Suggestions are welcome. And yeah, what would you like to see in the city? Let me know. I'm thinking maybe also a stables here, so you can ride in on your horse and put it here. The only downside is that there's a huge drop off as you get to the river, or the river bed. So need to work that out. But you know, I've got time. So this is it for this tour of the city. Thank you for watching. This has been Dirnan, playing Minecraft.